Hi guys, welcome on the channel. In today's video, it is a little bit special video because as you see on the picture that I have showed you on the thumbnail of this amazing video, you can define sometimes some missing, some failure on the hardware, and in my case you have seen it on the infrared camera picture. It is exactly the problem with the heat, and this is very dangerous thing. So I have decided today in the night to visit my inverter and find out what was actually happening. And I can tell you it was even more serious than I was thinking it is. I was thinking there is maybe some kind of, let me say, lack of the contact in the connector. But it shows up, it is much worse than I was thinking. And it was actually the failure of the inverter and of the connector in the inverter. So I will show you what is going on, what is happening. You see, I have prepared a lot of parts. I have made the special light so you can see my inverter. This is the Huawei 40 kilowatt, and you see we have here all those inputs, and there is something I need to really work on now. I would like to fix this and this connector. This one, it is the one we had a problem. We had seen the very high temperatures over 90 degrees, and it was actually on the top of the plastic. So it means in the inside it was much more higher temperature. Let me say, for example, 100 or something. But definitely you don't want to test it when it is loaded. I have opened the inverter and you can see it is a very nice machine. It is cooled by internal cooler. It is very nice, very effective fan, and it is for the cooling actually using only the air inside of the box, because you see here it is the rubber, it is early dished, and I think the IP is about 68, so it is waterproof, which is good. That's very nice. You can see it also here. You have the O-rings. So definitely it is perfectly sealed, and I like it. I like it how it is inside, but sometimes the problem will happen, and usually it is on the basic things. And as you see here, the connector, it was early, there is not so much light, but you see it was pushed up. It was pushed up like this, and the connector is actually loose. You see those small hooks or something that it should be holding in the plastic? Then this one actually didn't work. It didn't happen, and I will have to replace it. Good is it is replaceable. I will remove it. There is one screw. I will test it. How is it inside? If we can fix the old one, or if I really have to use another one. So I will make the reparation of this one, and hopefully it will be okay and everything will be perfect again. So such a small thing, and it can really lead to big disaster. You really need to sometimes even watch it. I think I was reconnecting, let me say, some kind of strings. I was maybe changing the strings few times. It's like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times maybe. And actually this one happened in the connector. There was, I think, originally even this one. And you can see here on the top, if I maybe make the camera a little bit better, you see here the plastic was also melted, and this connector was actually originally, I think, in this position. So it was melted even with this one, and probably it was only the touching the front, and the only force that it was actually doing, it was the spring of the cable. You see the cable is a little bit springing, and the contact was just on the top. So it is only matter of time when it starts to making the fire, really, because when the connector is just on the beginning, you know, he's just like this, slowly touching, and then you have maybe 10 amps or something, and that's very huge problem, because how far it can go, like it lose the contact and you have 1 millimeter and then you have the fire, then it start melting and then it's big issue. And this is a very high voltage string. It is actually 24 panels in one line. It's on the maximum with the coefficient 1.2. It is actually 1100 string. Let me say, with the coefficient, I think I was counting it and it was about 1086 or something like this. Very close to 1100, which is maximum voltage on the input. And many of you, I think you have seen this voltage on the load is actually between 800 and 700 volts. It is a little bit playing between, depends on the temperature. Sometimes the inverter is pushing down. So that's really the issue. I will now remove, let me say, the plastic, and we will look how it looks inside, and we will try to fix it. Okay guys, so I have removed the connector, and we have seen the video actually what is inside, how does it look, and it doesn't look so bad. It wasn't damaged with the temperature, unless let me say the steel ring inside was moved, but I don't know if it was moved. So I have measured this connector and how deep is actually the pin, and the pin should be in the correct position. Let me say I have measured 10.86 millimeters, so let me say close to 11 millimeters on the top. So if it will be working and if it will be there when we press it again inside, then I guess it will be okay. If not, I will have to somehow replace it. I will have to buy the new one. So I am not really happy about it, but it is like it is. There is not so much to do. So I will solve this issue. I will mount it back, and I will try actually put it inside, and we will see what actually happens and how much will be actually the distance in this connector. If it will be okay, then I will keep it, and if not, I will have to rework on that. Okay guys, so we are on the microscope. You see the connector inside. It looks very nice. You see the steel ring. It seems to me like there is nothing wrong with that. Even the plastic is okay. It's not melted, it's not dislocated like it was pressed. It is there from this side, and from the other side it is actually where was possible to be melted, but everything looks okay. So I don't think we should do anything else, for example, like changing for another piece. This one is good. I will try to use this piece, and I will only modify a little bit the male pin that I will put inside, and I think it will be just enough, because really this one, it looks so nice, so I don't have problem with that. You see, it is amazing. Nothing special. I have checked all places, and very good, very good. So we will actually use it for the building up back. Okay guys, so we have solved the problem. You have seen now the short video how it looks, the connector under the microscope. It was very in okay or good condition, and I have decided to test it. So I have put it back, and I have a little bit work on the connector. I will show you what I actually did. I think it's worth a little bit showing up. Here you can see it is the same connector, and you see here, exactly here, you have those small, let me say, hatches where it should be sticking in the connector, in the plastic. We have seen the steel ring and he should hold it. And I think the problem was it wasn't really from the manufacturer pushed inside enough, and it wasn't holding. It was maybe pushed somewhere here. And then when I was putting the connector from the other side, it pushed the pin a little bit and make it loose, and the contact was just on the top. That's what really happened. So I have fixed the original in the inverter. I have used and measured. For example, this one, he has over those small hatches, let me say 6.96 something millimeters. And I have measured the original, and it was like 5.776. So let me say 0.2 millimeters less than this one, for example. And those 0.2 millimeters, remember those numbers, because if you imagine, like, we didn't have the problem, there was no fire coming. But if you imagine, in this connection, the fire will start somewhere here. When the lightning comes, it destroys this connector. It destroys and burns the pin inside. So actually the proof of what was happening is gone. It will burn away, and if the fire will start in the house, then it will be very crazy, very crazy. And when come the insurance guy, when the house is down and you want to find where actually happened and what was the case of the fire, there will be nothing. They will say maybe, okay, it was in the place where was the inverter. But they don't know if it was this cable. It will be totally burnt, everything down. It will be nothing left except maybe even those copper wires, you will not find them. You will find maybe melted alu box, and that's it. And that will be the problem. And then starts the insurance company asking, okay, and who did the installation? For example, myself, I am using always 6 quadrat millimeters cables. I am using very good connectors, no Chinese. And every connector I have pushed myself, press it, and even after I am using my soldering iron station and I am welding it with the tin. Let me say minimum for the 220 volts. So it is very good tin. It is SN99 copper and a little bit silver inside. So my connection, I can bet 100% on each connector is good and there is no problem. And then what will happen? Some kind of manufacturer failure, like when was somebody building it. I don't think it was the machine. I think the human error, he didn't push the corrector inside very hard and it didn't click. Anyway, those 0.2 millimeters, it was maybe the production tolerance and something. I really have to admit, I don't like those connectors whatsoever, but it's so very cheap. I don't know. I am still very surprised, like it is still in use. Yeah, but it's cheap. You know, that's the problem. And everybody wants to make it everything cheap. So there is no Messic connector that should maybe handle 40 amps. It is always this piece of a little bit tint, let me say copper plate, and that's it. And those 0.2 millimeters, it was the problem maybe why it jumped off actually from inside. So now you see it doesn't have to be your error, and you can anyway have the problem. And at the end, the insurance will be asking, show me the revisions, who did it, that and that and that. And if it burns anyway with the house, you have no papers whatsoever. So then they start making the troubles, and they maybe start to, let me say, asking somebody, everybody, and cutting the insurance to pay you maybe a little bit less or half or something. So if you have people photovoltaic, I definitely recommend the camera. Use it. Buy the thermal camera and use it on all your things. where you have the problem. I can bet maybe on my connectors I have everything perfect, but still, even in the production, even when you buy cable 500 meters one roll, there still can be maybe some kind of production issue. It can be somehow in the middle damaged, and the lightning, it can happen even in the cable. It is still possible, you know, the production error, it can really happen. For example, when I am connecting the connectors, I was generally always looking if the connector is inside, but when you look here from the bottom, probably you will not see if it is actually 5 millimeters or 10 millimeters or 15 millimeters deep. Probably you will not see it, but now you can see it very nicely. It is just like it is supposed to be. Same the other one. Yeah. Now we know, because I have measured the distance in this one. This one is actually okay, and it was deep 10.86 millimeters. And this one I have measured when it is repaired, because when I was fixing it, I have heard exactly how much actually I go deep, and I heard click click. So it was definitely now in the correct position. It is locked. It's not possible to push it back the cable, and that's it. Now it is like it was supposed to be, and I am happy. So it was, let me say, one of the cheapest reparation, and that's really good one. And we didn't have the fire, so that's very important. So if you have the photovoltaic, definitely spend 100 euro for the thermo camera and check all your wires, all your connections, because I actually had the thermo camera before, and it was very okay. But maybe when I was reconnecting, you know, we are pushing 1, 2 times, 3 times. I think after that, on the last one, actually this one happened, and it was like this. And my thermo camera actually broke, and I was buying the new one. You can see in the video description, I have built a new one and bought a new one. Like you have the main picture of this video, and really it worth it. It worth it when you can find it before something happens. It definitely worth the investment. Because if it was the fire here and even the house didn't burn, then it will destroy minimum this board, those cables. You will have a lot of work to fix it. Maybe you will have to even make the claim of the inverter. There will be so many issues in the future with such a problem. So prevent everything that is possible, and you will be much better sleeping even so. I think I have shown you everything to you. It is now fixed. I think it is in the good position. Everything like it was on the beginning. So nothing happened to the inverter. Nothing actually broke, which is the best way what can actually happen. I will fix the cable now. I will fix the new connector. I will use my soldering iron. It is also a very nice station. This T320. I am using very good tin. This one is lovely. And yeah, really do your best, and I hope your photovoltaic system will serve you as well as mine, even when I have now detected one weak spot. But I think it is gone, and today I can sleep much better than yesterday. So we are back on the inverter. Now it is the working time. It is the sunny day, maybe not so sunny, but it is, let me say, working status. And the reparation was really successful. Just on the video you see everything is connected and it's already working, but definitely you don't see how it is actually working and if the Raperatur was successful. So we will take a thermo camera, and you can see there are some parts that are really yellow, but it is okay. It is the cooler. It is working perfectly. But you see every string is now perfectly cold. So this one is really amazing now, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I have solved this problem and we didn't have some kind of fire on this string number 1, and in the future I think it will be working much better. So I still can recommend this thermo camera. You can use the link, and if you wish you can buy something same, something else, doesn't matter. Important is you will use it for your system to prevent, let me say, possible fire. Thank you for the watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.